Welcome back. We are at Curse of Strahd. Who wants to recap last week? I can roll a dice to pick one if you don't want to jump in and do it on yourselves.
I can do it. I see that actually not much happened. So last week, previously on Curse of Strahd, well, we didn't. That was in fact the baby fight, the baby monster fight. I'm afraid we don't have a whole lot of detail on the fight. Go watch the previous episode for more details on the boss fight. But at the end of the day, we killed the baby monster on the altar. That satisfied all the floaty ghosts that were saying one must die, one must die. Patience got her axe back because it had been knocked under the monster somehow. Patience also did not die. At the end of it, we had the dead baby corpse. It was not alive at that point. And I think as we headed out of the pool where we had the fight, we saw the screaming lady ghost from before. And after a struggle to converse, we got the impression that she wanted to be buried with her baby somewhere that was not in the house. We were like, cool, we can do that. So we took the baby corpse, went back to the house. I think we cleaned up a bit. And then Yolihi, because Yolihi has like our soul brain cell, decided to test whether the house was back in normal dimension space. So she snuck out a window again with a rope around her, and everything was fine. And she watched as this creepy black coach came up to the house, dropped off a gift basket, and then rattled away. She came back, told us everything's fine. So we got out of the house, and we saw that the gift basket was a bottle of wine from Strahd, welcoming us to, where are we? Borogravia?
Borovia.
Borovia. So that wasn't creepy at all. So after that, we still have the baby. I see that Patience has toy soldiers, and I don't remember the context of that, but it's in our notes.
I think she stole the kids' toys.
Okay, she stole the kids' toys for reasons. So we have the corpse. Did we fetch? We fetched the mother's corpse too, I think. We're gonna bury them together.
Her bones.
So we headed out. And the town is now, I think, bustling. Previously, it had just been empty except for the creepy ghost children. Nope.
We're wrong. It is
I
very not bustling.
Well, like there's more people around who are not creepy ghost children.
Well, there are alive children. I mean, there are alive people. They are
It is not. It is relatively bustling in that there are more people around than the two creepy ghosts before.
Phil did point out that there were previously a whole lot more people bustling around than there are now when she first showed up.
It is less bustling than it was 20 years ago, but it is more bustling than when we had first arrived.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, we have these corpses. We need to bury them.
Yes.
Hurry on over to the church, led by Vel. Vel takes us to the church. Go to the church, and we see this old, wizened priest who recognizes Vel. Darting his socks in the night when there's nobody there. Thanks, Molly. The Burgermeister was supposed to be buried today, but there was quote-unquote interference, so there's a free grave. So Father Mackenzie, who's wizened and tells us to not listen to the sounds of his son being locked in the basement, comes with us to help us bury the mom and the baby. We go out, we bury the mom and the baby. We have a little impromptu funeral service with our cleric and monk and the priest, Father Mackenzie. And after that, he tells us to quickly hurry and find a place to stay. We should not be out at night. And as we leave the church, we hear like rattling and shouting from the basement. Presumably, this is Father Mackenzie's son, and he's shouting about how he's so hungry. He's so hungry. Please give him something to eat. I think that about covers it.
Yes.
Notes last time.
A couple of you dug a grave specifically for the woman and Walter. But yes, you are now. It is now dark, and you were semi-bustled out of the church, and you are standing on the front stoop of the church.
So Galahalt is still sitting there? He didn't run off?
He's been following you guys.
Okay.
Good boy. So yeah, that church was a lot less, happy than you would guess, than you would expect it to be.
I've seen sadder churches. They were on fire.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
We're going to have to come back at some point.
I want to know what's up with the son. He's yelling and screaming a lot.
Unfortunately, we are a bunch of meddlers, so we will be back.
It's in a setting. We should get into the inn, or
The sun has set.
probably
by this
back.
point. It is dark.
Oh,
now.
we should hustle to the inn, I guess.
We definitely need shelter.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
I blink my headlights on.
Well, that's helpful.
So you're
Sorry, follow the yellow brick
Vel-
road back to the inn.
Vel knows the way to the inn, right?
Yeah, you passed it for the most part.
It looks like a big building. I'm sure we saw it.
Yeah.
We can tell people go in and out and stuff that may actually,
Oh, so it's labeled on the map.
probably even
Good,
have
I
a
should
sign.
probably label it last time.
I'm sure we can figure it out.
Oh no.
shit!
What? No.
Okay, that genuinely startled me.
Yeah, same.
Oh god!
What?
So
Uh,
you're.
What did all you guys hear?
Do you
a
have?
howling.
Not hear the werewolf
Oh.
howling?
Do you
Yeah,
have
I
your
didn't hear
sounds
that.
turned down? There's wolves a coming.
There's
Howling.
wolves howling.
If you go into the settings, there's a master music volume level.
Yeah, I know that. I just have my sounds from Discord are not connected to my headphones because
Well, it's not.
Discord wants to be stupid for some reasons.
But yes, coming through. Roll 20. There's some wolves.
Yeah, we're just gonna go to the inn a lot faster. Like, at a very quick walk. Maybe even.
Yeah, Vel's not even wasting time. She's just walking ahead of you guys.
So I want you guys to roll perception checks.
I cast guidance.
Okay. Oh,
Does that mean with advantage then?
No, add a d4.
add a d4.
Okay.
Just
I don't necessarily
whoever
need to
just
add a
passed me
d4, but
by.
let's add a d4.
I got a 20.
I got a 20. I got a 22.
7 total.
9.
So Zero and Charity.
I
Like-
might. Okay. 1d4. There we go. 16.
Should I?
No, if you want to, but
Look.
Hello.
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 Yeah, what the hell?
It's a
10.
Molly.
We just heard howling.
Yes, it was very spooky.
There was howling. Yes.
We need to do a perception check. Hello.
Okay.
There it is again.
It's getting
I can
close.
actually hear it now.
Where's my character sheet? Uh,
I don't know.
here.
Everyone roll
Great, a
1d4.
Awesome.
1d4.
Yeah, you can have a D4 on top of that.
Oh,
'cause-
thank you. It's gonna be a 1. It's gonna be a 1. Ooh, a 4. Nice. 14.
So
Yay, I'm doing stuff.
pretty much most people besides Charity, you could hear there's a lot of howling happening, but the rest of you, for the most part, can tell that there is some coming around where you are, and that there are others down south. It kind of sounds like they're either trying to surround the town. Like there's like Vel, definitely you could tell it sounds like they're coming from a number of locations. And the scratches and stuff on the doors and walls of the church and other buildings that you've passed make a bit of sense now, as wolves seem to be encroaching.
We need to
Is
find
this-
shelter now.
Sorry. Oh, okay. So we have not gone to
No,
the
like
inn yet.
you
Let's do that.
you started at the on like the stoop of the church, talking about how there's something going on with the sun in the basement of the church.
Great.
Can't we just turn around and make him let us stay in the church? I mean, the shelter is right there.
He seemed to make it very clear that he doesn't want us there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he doesn't take us in, we'll
We
die.
can talk or we can move.
I
one.
mean, come on. We can run
We can
the
make it to
few
the end.
blocks. Let's do it.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can
Here we
make it
go.
to the end.
Hero's pulling at Spitfire as he starts to hustle.
Okay.
We should move our token.
Vel is just flat out picking up the
Yeah.
dog and carrying him over her
Vel,
shoulder.
with your Vel and Mira, with your perceptions as you're running along, like you're hearing the wolves from the south and coming up around, like, because there's woods around the area that's like you could see on the map. There's the graveyard.
Zoe, what
Um,
did you just do?
There's forest all around there, and it sounds like that's where some of them at least are coming from. And you're noticing that there's like no lights on, there's no fires, there's no anything. It seems like everyone has boarded themselves up in their hovels as best as they can.
I've got dark vision.
Well, that was very interesting. I definitely heard something falling, but Zoe is on the other side of the house.
Dun dun dun.
House is haunted. Burn it to the ground.
Ghost cat.
So let's get to
run.
the inn as quickly as possible.
Yes. Before they barricade us out.
Okay. We're running.
So wait. That is too much running. Run to here.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
I want you to roll. We're gonna do this. To be fair, I want you to roll a d8. We're gonna see.
Everybody?
Just one person. We're gonna see if you run into problems.
We have a 6.
Hmm.
You are. You're seeing like shadows moving around in through the houses and running, and there's howling, and it's getting a little, maybe more than a little, chaotic. You hear some people screaming off in the distance. There's growling. What do? Keep.
I think we keep moving.
Yeah, I
moving.
mean,
Yeah.
Keep moving.
Yes.
Does Zero seem like the type of person to care about other people?
So
We can't help people if we're dead. And we're very tired.
That's true.
We are very tired.
roll.
And we need to level properly, so we can't actually get into a fight because we've all leveled, but we actually haven't leveled yet.
Yes.
Character-wise.
Roll a another d8.
I'll do
Somebody
it this
else
time.
want to?
I'll get it.
Uh-oh.
Ugh.
It's okay.
So you running into this is essentially the town square area. Let me scoot that. Okay. Crap, I can't find my notes. Wait, there they are. Okay. Real quickly.
Hopefully
So,
there's nothing of note.
Zell and Mira, as you're running in this way and you're turning to start heading up to the inn here, perched up here, there is a dark form. You can, Mira especially, you could tell, like, it's humanoid, but that's not a human head on that body. That is
Oof.
definitely a wolf head on that body up there. Just kind of crouching as if looking over everything. There's a spear leaning up against their shoulder, and they're
Oh,
looking
great.
down into looking out over everything.
Sorry, what?
There's a creature up on here, and it has a wolf head and a spear.
Zero immediately trains his gun on it. Doesn't shoot.
Why don't we
but-
just go into the inn?
No, let's just go in. Let's go in.
Yeah, let's get into the inn.
In.
If it does anything, I do shoot at. If like it approaches us in any way, I do shoot at it with I load one of the silver bullets.
Its ears are perked up and it's watching. You rush up to the front of the inn door, and it is locked.
Of
Well,
course.
Option to try and kick the door open.
No, we kind of.
Let us in, please. We need shelter.
hello.
Vel's
I'm
banging
like-
on the door
You
with her
are-
fist.
I'm sitting at the back of the party, keeping an eye on this thing.
You are being ignored.
Now can I kick the door in?
Yes.
Yes.
Why was that not the first
Oh,
option?
wait a minute. Can't we just.
Because don't
Wait.
want to damage these people's property. They're not gonna want to help us then.
We could
I
also
have
try and
that.
return home.
Oh,
And
wait.
he gestures down the street to the murder house.
No,
Good.
we're
I
not
mean, I guess
going.
it is technically our home.
I still have the deed.
Own it. We have the deed.
We have the deed. It is our house. We don't want to stay there right now.
I'm fine with staying there.
Shit, we might actually have to stay there right now.
Well, let's try to get in
You
here.
kick in the door or not?
Yeah, but what do I have to roll for it?
An attack roll.
Do you have
We're
open
gonna
door
kick the door
proficiency?
down if you don't let us in!
I don't suppose anybody can pick locks.
Do you have open door proficiency?
There's my attack roll.
If we do that, do we want to...
I do have these tools. And
Yeah, I think
proficiency.
I actually do too. I mean, I
Yeah,
have
we
a-
could try getting it open first and then locking it behind
Yeah.
us.
Let's try unlocking it first. I
Yeah.
hope you can unlock it fast. Please.
I'm
So did you kick
focusing
it, or are
on-
you trying to?
We're gonna try and unlock it first. Ooh.
You are crouching down at the door, and Zero, you can, if you want, try to make a shooty at this
creature because it's
creature,
moving towards us.
it's going to drop down off the edge of. It's gonna like take a step and like fall down off the edge of the roof.
Yeah, he'd definitely do that, and just let me.
You do get the
yes.
door open, but this is like roughly happening at the same time.
I shove everyone inside with my
In.
tiny body.
In.
And werewolf takes kind of like a sidestep, and you shoot right past him.
It was a warning shot.
Zora's literally backing in as he's reloading.
Yep.
He doesn't seem like he's in any rush, but he is watching you with like a whole lot of pointy teeth.
Alright, when he's done reloading, he's gonna give him the finger as he's walking back in.
Shut the door.
Make sure we shut and lock the door behind us.
Yes, lock the door.
Very polite housebreakers.
Hey, we told them to let us in.
But we did not break their door down.
Right. It's
So
perfectly
close-
functional.
So now we can close the door behind us
Yes.
Yes.
and lock it again.
And probably put something against it. Because
We could put
Yeah.
0 against it.
I'm okay with this.
Is anyone in the inn?
Yeah.
In the main area currently, no. Like the tavern part is like empty of people.
I guess that'd
Even
explain
in-
why nobody tried to
We're
come
gonna
and
immediately
help
call
us.
it. Hello.
Hello.
let's be a little quiet and find someone. I think the wolves can hear us easily.
I mean, Zoro did just shoot a gun in the middle of town,
Yeah,
so...
like being stealthy is not happening.
Yeah, they probably all know that we're coming here. We're going to be attacked. Yay.
We should probably look for a basement or a cellar they would have holed themselves up in.
Is there a map for this inn or?
I don't think so. Let me look.
If there's no map, there's no fighting. Hold on, be right back in a sec.
There's no official map, but we can draw one. That's always fun.
Oh yeah.
Those are always the best maps.
Yes, this is the Blood of the Vine Tavern.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. So, I'ma do an old-timey. Let's go to here. And we're going to draw a map.
Yay!
My favorite
Art.
kinds of maps.
It's exciting.
Okay. So, let's draw a shape.
Rob will pull myself over here. There we go.
Okay. So, it's kind of weirdly cornered, I think. Dude. Okay. So, no, where's the... There we go. I want this color. Thank you. So, click. Why are you not doing what it... There we go. That's not the color I wanted, you liar. But okay, so it's roughly... shapes.
Could just go full on theater of the mind.
Yeah, essentially.
You want me to draw it?
It's not actually drawing for you, and I don't know why.
Are you on the wrong layer again?
No. I'm actually
Are you
not.
sure?
Let's ask.
You sure?
There it is.
Oh, okay.
So that's partially what's going on here.
Excellent. It's a weird shape, but okay.
Yes. You know what? Fuck this shape.
Fuck it! We're doing it live.
Oh god! I vanished.
You
We
have.
all got deleted.
You've erased us all.
You have.
Total party kill. Good game, guys. Have fun.
See you next week.
Okay,
Rocks
so
fell and everyone died.
TPK.
I'll draw it on the map. So you came in. So the shape. Why is this being weird? There we go. I'm hand drawing. You came in. So the door was here. This, because this is a very big building, so this is gonna have some I'm making up what this actually looks like. So there's stairs
Sure.
kind of going up this way. Stairs up ways. You're in the bar area. This is a came in there. There's tavern area, and we'll do that. So we'll say like the bar is here, and then there's tables and stuff all over. Yeah, and they got the big long ones. And then there's booze over here, the bottles of stuffs. And this room looks like it would be very big. And there are I'm gonna put a door over here. And then a door on this side. We're gonna pretend that this has some sort of scale to it. Yeah, and that's what you would currently see.
Yeah, we can just say there's a couple of stools here, maybe.
Yeah, there's stools.
You know.
There's properly drawn things.
What are the green? What are the doors? Is this a door?
What?
There
That's
you
a
go.
door, and
Yeah, this is a door.
this is a door.
And this is the front door.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I
there you
will
go.
use shapes for doors. This is door, proper shape door.
I'm just sort of like some, chairs.
Door.
Really getting awful. And we just ruined the map.
Door. Poorly drawn stairs. But
Okay, no, that helps me. That helps me a lot.
Perfect.
Yes, very good. Oh wait, why I'm not on the map? Where
You
am
gotta
I?
drag yourself to the map.
Then
I
put
gotta
yourself
drag
on the
myself
map.
to the map. Gotta drag myself on it. Okay, there we
We
go.
all got deleted, so
All right, cool, excellent. All right. I'm gonna go up to the bar. Is there like, I don't know,
like it's
a
dark in
bell?
here. It's dark in here. Like all fires have been put out.
Yeah,
Lamps and torches and stuff are all out.
You got Zero's light or
Yeah,
his
but I'm
eye.
just saying, like in general, like the building itself is
Zero's currently like spread eagle against the door right now, kind of.
We should probably leave all the lights off just so they don't get the idea to come looking in here.
does it look like this place has been abandoned for a while?
No, they're all.
Or is it still paint? That kind of thing.
Like, do we have like a layer of?
No, everything looks pretty clean.
Okay.
Like as clean as it can be, but like it doesn't look like nothing's covered in dust. It doesn't look like it's not been functional.
Can I look for
Okay.
signs for where the people might have gone?
I cast guidance.
Is there a window?
There are a couple. They're shuttered, and there are like pieces of wood like lifted up and put over the shutters. Like the front door was actually a pretty like hefty door.
Yeah, I wouldn't
but-
worry about bracing it if it's
But
locked properly.
but like on the inside of the door, it kind of looks like it's thin, but it looks like they had affixed like a piece of metal, just kind of like hammered it into this inside part of the door. It's really like Zero. You could tell just by looking at it. It's really not going to add much to it, other than maybe it made people feel better that it's there. But but the door itself is pretty hefty. Like it's a big, heavy wooden door. But these are shutters. Like there's no glass windows or screens or anything in these kind of in this house. So there are. It looks like on the sides there were affixed places where like you could lift up like pieces of wood and put them over the shutters to make sure that they're
Not going anywhere.
they can stay closed.
I gotcha. Is there a way to open, peek out of any of them without moving anything?
You could probably like wriggle like the little slats to look out of.
I would like to do so.
You can
Be
do
careful.
I have small hands.
I
Be
feel like
okay.
he's like the
Are
very
you
bottom
trying to
one.
do it sneakily?
I'm trying to do it so as not to disturb anything that might be outside.
So do it sneakily. Do it. Roll a
Yes.
sneak.
Okay.
Cast guidance, please. Good luck. Good luck. Ooh, she needs no luck. She is.
She is the
Nope.
sneak.
No, she's having. They're naturally lucky.
I can't
Natural.
actually cast guidance because
Well. Well, I got a high number.
Soft 20.
It doesn't seem to notice, but there are the werewolf that you had seen before is kind of like sort of making like the rounds around the building. It's just walking. It has its spear up against his shoulder. You opening the does it like you opening the slat, like it doesn't particularly seem to notice.
Okay.
As far as you are aware, like its ear flicked, but doesn't turn to see you or look at you.
And it's just the one still?
Roll a perception.
13.
Nearby, yes, but you are seeing like dark shapes moving through, like from where you could see. There are windows. Like this will be a window, and like there would be one on this wall over here. Like, where are you looking out of? Yeah, so werewolf. Hold on, he does have a. I will put him.
Oops, I do not want that shape.
Werewolf had come up to the door, and like now he's like slowly like walking this way. You see him passing by the window as you're looking, and he's going to turn the corner around this way. He doesn't seem very like concerned about much. He looks like he's having a good time, like he's out for a stroll. You do see like running like down, like almost like down the same street that you had come from, like the main street. There are two massive wolves. Like these wolves are roughly the size of horses. They're
Yeesh.
ridiculously huge, and they're running down the main road, continuing on to the south. And just sort of like moving through the like buildings, you kind of like see shadows of others. Like a lot of them seem to be heading to the south, but some of them are just kind of moving around, like patrolling.
Okay.
I look out there.
We'll report this in a low voice to everyone.
Okay. Charity is looking for signs for where the people in the inn may have gone.
Roll and investigate.
Okay, I think I have guidance from someone. Do
Yes, guidance.
Vil will put Galahalt down and help investigate.
I've got
I will.
Nope.
I will think that, patients will investigate too, because, it sounds like a good idea. Oh, Jesus! She's just sort of done after everything happened to
Yeah,
me.
like you guys are still like covered in gross and sticky and dirt
Wait.
now.
Why are we covered in sticky?
Because we bought
Because we bought the baby.
Oh, I thought we washed off a little bit.
No, we haven't. Well, I think we did do
I
a
don't
little
recall where you.
We took like a short break.
bit. Yeah, it probably cleaned up a bit, but we didn't.
But I
clean
mean,
up
that
and-
stuff is like soaked into your shit. like that's
Yeah.
that's not going away after like an hour of wiping.
Zero's just gonna keep blocking the door while he works on his arm shield thing.
What needs prestidigitation?
I don't have it technically yet.
Yeah, technically I don't have it yet either.
Somebody would somebody please throw me a bottle from the bar?
Is there a
We don't know how much anything costs, so.
We don't know if there's anyone here. Let's try and
Yeah.
find a place.
One of these doors, the door up here, is another like stair that leads up to like the opposite side. This leads into like the back area where the kitchen is. Like just looking around this main area. I mean, like the upstairs in taverns and stuff is generally where the inn part rooms are, so it's theoretically, if there are people here, they are probably in rooms.
But what about like the staff and stuff?
No, they probably
I
live
mean,
up
they
there
might also
too.
have rooms. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Or they went home.
I guess we should go upstairs. And if there's no one there, we can just steal some rooms. We'll pay in the morning.
Tess will be like, sorry, we'll pay.
That sounds pretty reasonable.
Yes.
That does sound reasonable.
I will keep an eye down here and watch for the werewolf.
Aw. Thank you.
I don't want to split the party too much. I don't think it's necessary for you to stay down here. He didn't look like he was trying to get in.
We can put some tables in front if it'll make you feel better, Zero. And Charity's gonna start ineffectually hauling a table over.
He will do the same. That
That's a
seems
little
like
bit
a reasonable
loud.
thing.
We should do it a little quieter.
Well,
Why?
Sorry.
I kind of look over to her and point to the gun that just made the big loud
know.
sound just a few moments ago.
Yes, but then they come and investigate. And then after
So,
they
Mira, a
Mhm.
crossbow bolt whizzes by you and wedges itself into the bar over here.
Oh,
It's coming
everyone down!
from
Everyone down!
Charity drops to the floor.
Yelly gets out her short bow.
Zero loads his gun with a
Belle's got
regular
her
bullet and
darts.
steps out here pointing in. Are these stairs?
Yeah, the crossbow bolt has come from down the stairs. I mean, up the stairs, like up, down towards Mira, and
From above down to
yes,
below.
like top layer over here. Of someone I do not have a. Well, I'll use this.
Belle's got a dart in her hand, but first thing is she turns to the stairs and kinda half shouts out, "We mean no harm."
Oh, I
Zero's
mean,
got a-
he might start meaning harm.
Zero's got his gun pointed up there right now.
We did just break into a building. Let's.
After we asked to be let in, and no one said anything. So,
I
frankly, I
thought
think they're.
Or be eaten by a werewolf. So
they have every right to not want to let us in. Okay.
No, I disagree. He disagrees.
I don't want to be eaten by a werewolf, so I agree.
These people are inhospitable, which is one of the worst things you can be when, as a halfling, I believe. Frankly, it is a grave insult.
Are those werewolves outside? Oh no, wait, these are stairs.
No, they wandered away.
Up
Okay.
the stairs.
Okay.
These
people.
are 3 women standing at the top of the stairs. One of them has a crossbow out. Others have swords. They are.
We knocked on the door.
We're just trying to take shelter.
Weapons down or I shoot.
Zero, no.
Zero.
We're trying to de-escalate. De-escalate.
We're trespassing, technically. Zero, put your weapon down.
So, of the people that you've seen in this town so far, even like the children, the way that they had dressed had been very you want to think like Victorian era style clothes, different from what you guys would be used to. Very drab, very rundown, grays and browns that just like the life had been sucked out of them. These women, on the other hand, are all sorts of bright clothes. Their skin is darker, dark hair, like lots of jewelry. Vel, you do not recognize these people, but they're dressed very similarly to the people in the caravan that you had met.
Oh. Oh god, what was that dude's name? One sec. Adamir's people, right?
Yes. And
Oh.
the one with the crossbow bolt, she seems a bit older than the other two, and she's like, "You break into our home. You could have brought them with you. What were you thinking? You could have gotten everyone in this building killed. You may still."
Is this an inn or is it not?
Not right now.
Well, you should have a sign out front.
Really, no.
Yoli's gonna throw down.
It's a valid point.
Sure had a close sign. Yeah, that
we had every reason to believe there was no one here at all. We were really only just trying to take shelter.
Since when do inns close at sunset? Inns normally stay open till the middle of the night.
Not the point.
When the night is trying to kill you, you close the door.
So you admit it was dangerous for us to stay outside. This is Charity. She's still on the floor.
Charity.
We did close the door for you again after coming in.
So you admit that
Yes.
if we had stayed outside, we would have probably been hurt.
You probably would have been killed, but everyone here would have been safe.
Well, you're still safe.
For now.
Zero, you're not helping.
Frankly, madam, you are safer with us here than without.
She just snorts
Now,
like, I highly doubt that, and she starts.
I
like
think
she
she
lowers
would-
the crossbow and starts heading down the stairs. Like this woman has lots of confidence, and like the other two.
Oh yeah, you wanna fucking go? You wanna fucking go?
Yolahi, no.
Somebody pick up Yolahi.
I'll literally pick up. Give me a second. I have to switch to the right thing. I'll pick up Yolahi.
You do not have to pick me up.
I'll just put a hand
And
on your head.
the three of them are splitting up, and they're not being hostile, but they are like coming over and aggressively looking over all of you. But they stop at Zero and are very like the one that's kind of looking at him kind of gets like the moment she realizes that he's not like wearing armor, she kind of like stops and takes a step back a little bit.
If you'd prefer, we can leave.
But I'm
Will
taking the
not
door.
leave while they're out there.
I'm not leaving.
It's
we
true that we did come in here uninvited, apparently. So if these ladies would like us to leave, we can open the door and go out.
Yoli?
I'm
No,
not
thank
leaving
you.
without a drink.
Very sorry about my companions.
As am I.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Mira. I am a cleric of Selune. You're simply trying to take shelter for the night.
Whoever that is, she is not here. And the one that seems in charge is, she'll go up to Mira and she's actively looking you over, like trying, like pulling up your sleeves and like noting the gore and horribleness, but just kind of like pauses a sec, but then is kind of like giving you a quick look over. But when she seems like she's looking for something, and when she seems satisfied that it's not there, she'll step over to whoever else is closest.
I know how it works.
Mel
I've seen
standing
zombie
next to her.
movies.
What?
I said I know how it works. I've seen zombie movies.
And
do they try that on me?
well, like I said, the one did try and then realized like you're not wearing armor, and was like kind of like
I got no flesh.
and like yes, like turned is like whispering to like the other sister over here, and she remains watching you while the other one's gonna go off like down here towards Yolahi and Patience and do the same thing.
Yep. I am Patience, and thankfully I live up to my name.
Yolhi will allow this, although she still looks quite grumpy. Like, kind of like Grumpy Cat. She's like a tiny, angry.
Yes.
Grumpy halfling.
She does kind of pause a bit when she gets to Patience, kind of like looking back over at the other two, and the older one like nods sharply at her, and she's very hesitant, and she seems very uncomfortable to touch you guys, but
Charity's gonna come over to back up her sister.
But is going to do the checkup and is making sure that you guys haven't been bit, and will quickly dart away when she's done.
Yeah, you better run. Charity's gonna.
Charity.
Charity.
Like lightly whacks her with her tail.
Wow!
Just like the side of the thigh, just very gently. Like, hey.
Of this flagrant prejudice, which we have faced our entire lives.
Yes, and we're surrounded by werewolves, and they're scared.
Well, people, like, the sort of prejudice that you're used to is more people not trusting you, or they, like, you know, you walk into a shop, and then, like, you know, the shopkeeper's watching you to make sure you're not stealing shit, like very blatant, like, distrust. This is more like they're actively not wanting to touch you. Like, it's a different kind of...
yes, but
a different kind of prejudice.
Yes. Different, like it's worse almost.
They don't want to touch other people, so
a whole new prejudice. A new fantastic point of view.
We have our first victim.
Oh, that cucumber went down the wrong pipe thanks to that.
Don't die.
I make no promises.
okay.
Hold on.
Oh dear.
Anyway.
Cheap.
We're just waiting for them to respond at this point to
Yeah,
the
they're
investigation.
Yeah, I was just double checking something.
Fish through her pockets real quick, because I think we still have that gold ring, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
Gold ring.
She's gonna
From
fish
the
through her
dead guy in the
pocket,
basement.
Dead guy.
find that ring, and just after a moment hold it out to the chick that's obviously the leader, and be like, "We don't have much in the way of money, but would this be sufficient payment to stay for the night?"
Kind of looks you up and down. Take your mask off.
Ooh.
Oh.
Sorry, social distancing.
Yeah, Belle's gonna be kind of quiet for a second and then really, really stiffly answer, "It is part of our order to wear this mask."
I need to know if you've not been injured.
The rest of us can look away if it would
Yes,
make you feel better.
we can look away if you.
She hasn't been injured.
Give me 1 second, because now I need to find it again.
I mean,
Nah, she's not gonna ask everybody to look away, but I
No,
need to find that
Okay,
picture.
no, Zero.
Puts it
So-
back on.
Zero.
Solidarity.
1 second.
Okay.
She like scrambles the fuck away. Like you take her face off.
Oh no.
Perfect.
Okay, am I in the right?
I didn't know he could do that.
Yeah, okay, after a really, really long couple moments, Belle will take off her mask.
Yoli will look away, just
I'm looking away
out
too.
of out of
Patience
respect.
is looking.
Away. She is looking.
Well, if anybody
Yeah.
is looking, you're gonna see the, like, scattering of scales on her face and the slit
Yes.
snake eyes.
No,
Oh.
she.
Oh.
They,
Oh, Yanti.
Oh, that's so good.
Charity.
I was completely fooled. Holy shit. Well played.
What a twist!
Like, yeah, I've never met one before. You're excited.
I've killed a few.
She looks as uncomfortable as an expressionless face can actually look, as she holds it in her hands.
Excited about this.
So she
It's
kind of
Patience
raises
puts
a
her
brow
head.
a bit and then nods and holds out her hand for the ring.
Just gonna hit her and put her mask right back on. Thank you.
Mira's
This
just
is
gonna
kind of almost.
pat her
kind of-
reassuringly on the shoulder.
Charity is obviously super excited.
And Patience is like, I should have stopped her. Why didn't I stop her?
and
Charity
Zero
Yoli-
can ask her
writes-
all the
like,
questions she
what
wants
just
later.
happened?
Zero put something in it, writes something in his journal.
You all can say, but that one, she says, pointing at Zero, will not.
Then
What?
none of us will stay,
But he is part
and
of our
you can give
party.
us our ring back, bitch.
Wait,
That,
wait,
that
That's
creature
not what she said. She did not say that.
is haunted or cursed, and I don't want it here.
He is a good soul, and he has helped us.
What? Excuse you? Zero is a what was it? Is it Warforged? He's a Warforged, right?
Has he
Yes,
told us
I'm
that?
a Warforged.
Oh, okay.
No, Charity is like, excuse you. Zero isn't haunted. He's a Warforged. Duh.
Yeah.
Things that walk, armor that moves, is haunted, cursed, or worse.
He's not haunted or cursed. Can you detect magic? Try and detect magic.
Yes, I can detect magic.
Not you, Zero.
he's not haunted. It's a different thing. It's
He is a soul in an unusual vessel.
Warforged. You do not know what a Warforged is.
and you're
Not
not good
many
at it.
people do.
Yeah,
I don't know what any of you are.
that's fair.
Hmm,
You know what
Honestly,
happening is? Really? You don't?
they're
I
all
might have
organic.
them around here.
There's just there aren't a lot of halflings.
Yes.
You've
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
only
because this
seen
place sucks.
so far. You've only seen humans.
Oh. Have you never seen a halfling before? Or a tiefling?
Have you ever seen a half? The blue corn. You may be asking yourself, why am I not playing a bard? I don't know.
Multitask when you're high enough.
The mood tonight is just singing.
It's like,
So she's like, if it is not alive, then it is not food. It should be fine. The rest of
That-
you can stay here. but I don't trust that.
We do trust him.
Zero.
That
It
means
is.
all of
Yeah.
us.
That is good for you,
Bro.
not good for me, and not good for my establishment.
If he's
definitely
not
he that Zero.
food, then he's not dangerous to you because he won't attract.
My position stands.
My
He needs
god,
no sleep. He needs no food.
Zero
If we
just
need
goes
any
straight
better
into
watchmen,
personal life.
it would be Zero.
my goddess would not lead me into his hands if he were not something I could, someone and something I could trust.
Your goddess is gone and far away. She can't hear you anymore.
What?
Oh,
Yoli's gonna put
She's
her hand
not
on the
saying
door.
this like meanly. She's just like, it's something you need to know is what she's trying to like. It's like she's trying to explain.
I'm still putting a hand on Mira's shoulder right now. Just like
It's something she like seems to believe.
Okay, so
then I am here to bring her reach back into this part of the world where she is sorely needed, and creatures like what's outside there are an abomination under her in her eyes.
Well, good. He still can't stay.
Is there a way to get out of here that's not the front door? Because otherwise we can go out the front door.
Front
If we
door's
go out the
closed.
front door, I am taking it with me.
Mira,
No, that's that. You don't have to
No,
do that, Zero.
no. If
But
we,
we
His
will be
eyes
going
are
out together.
moving.
we are not going to cause them any harm if we leave. Okay?
We're not going to try to cause them any harm, but we will have to leave if she says we have to leave. I mean,
the
there's nothing
problem
we
is
can do
that
about it. If
we
that's
just
if your
saw
mind's made up.
the problem is that there's active patrols right now. If we
Would-
leave, they might take advantage of that.
Well, that's something she can decide, I guess.
So I understand that you don't like him and that he's scary to you because, you know, I mean, this is not something normal in this part of the world, but are you willing to take the risk of throwing him out and attracting attention by throwing him out if that's good potentially, you know, I don't know.
Roll
I'm
a
very
persuasion.
Cast guidance.
Can I
Can I help?
It's
I would
yeah.
also like
I was
to
gonna
help.
I was gonna say can I help, but I think I would be rolling more of an intimidation, to be honest.
Zero definitely has an intimidation in mind.
Yeah,
I have some good charisma. I could do
Mine
a
is-
persuasion.
mine is definitely more of a yeah, but I'm trying to be mean.
Don't be mean. That's just gonna give them more reason to throw everybody out.
Okay, so
So, guidance
I-
and advantage?
Okay, that's it's just obvious that she's like really tired and she's
Oh,
like,
that's a really pretty picture.
and then 1d4. Let's see, where is that? I'm tired. Also,
Ooh,
19.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Pretty good roll.
So she'll be quiet for a moment and then turn, and the three of them have a little powwow a little bit away, and they're speaking a language that none of you understand.
not yet.
Yeah, I'm
She'll
gonna be
look back
talking
over
to
her
you.
shoulder at the rest of you, be like, he stays down here, and he is your responsibility.
Are you
Alright.
alright? Are you
That
okay
Very
with
well.
that, though?
Zero, what do you think? Are you okay with that?
I don't need a bed or any place. I can rest wherever.
Alright,
Thank you
Slightly
very-
sad sounding.
thank you.
I
Thank you
don't
very
need
much
a bed.
for your generosity.
Didn't mean to be sad, more monotone.
No, I know, but
Y-
I'm
y- you just-
anthropomorphizing him, and so is Yolahi, I guess.
So she will go and get a key, a single key, and give it to Vel. And keep your door locked and your windows shuttered.
We will.
It doesn't
May
matter if you're on the second floor or not.
I'll stay down here.
You kind of need a bed, though.
May I
Okay.
ask you a question?
Mm.
Does a man named Stanimir travel with you?
She laughs and the other two the kind of snicker. We don't travel anymore. We were sick of smelling like horses. Now we have an inn. We get to stay
Vel
in one
just
place.
nods. Like, that's totally understandable. And then takes the key with a thank you.
Zero's actually going to pull out the windmill shield and just kind of 2 hands extended towards them. Do you recognize this crest?
You take the windmill shield out, and it is rusted to fuck.
Uh-oh. What happened?
You could still kind of make out the windmill a bit, but it is not pristine and pretty anymore. It is.
Oh.
I quickly double checked the windmill sword, assuming it's the same.
Yep.
Well, I know what I shall be doing.
But
and he'll be
they kind of like
spending...
look over at the windmill, and there is recognition, and I wish the notes were easier to rummage through. And she's they do kind of recognize, like you could tell that they recognize, like they kind of share a glance between the three of them, and this one says, kind of looks like old bone grinder.
Old bone grinder?
It's a windmill. Out
the windmill is named Old Bone Grinder.
And she shrugs. It's not in town.
Yola, he can't even. She's just gonna be like, she shakes her head, and she will start.
It's old and run down, and it's what people call it now.
She will start unpacking her bedroll.
Yeah, let's turn in for the night, folks.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Belle's gonna
I
take
have another
her dog
question.
upstairs with her.
Yes.
So what did you call it? Because you cut off for me.
Old bone grinder, but Zero was going to ask another question.
What was the question?
Do you know? He'll describe the murder house that they were just in. Do you know this location?
It's a house.
There were creepy children in front of it. Rose and Thorn.
Do you know anything about it?
Abandoned as far as I know.
There was an abomination in the basement underneath it.
Well, let's not tell them too much. Let's not bother them with
at night.
all of the information that we have.
They don't seem at all surprised. Like, that is...
Good night,
you
ladies,
do not
madam.
need a high, like, insight to notice that they're just, like, kind of like, eh.
Yeah,
You know.
that's a fair reaction. That is a fair reaction.
Apparently that's a common thing in this town.
We now own it. Hello, neighbor.
I mean, technically we now own it, yeah.
Welcome to Barovia. Let's
He ignores her.
Yes.
So there.
Oh my god, you lady.
Take
Wait,
that.
what did Yola just do?
Yola, he's ignoring her because she's mad. She's officially become grumpy.
We have found how to piss off a halfling.
First time for everything. As soon as they head upstairs, I'm going to grab a ball from the bar and then plop my ass down, or standing in front of the door again after downing it. He doesn't even look at what type ball. He just downs it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. 0.
You will pay for that.
Yes, we will. 0.
He did that after they went upstairs.
And they're gonna head back up. And your room is upstairs as well.
Whoever's joining Vel, she's taken Galahalt and heading upstairs.
Mira will also go. It is bedtime.
Yes.
Yep. Same thing with patience.
I need my spell slots.
My spell.
So
I need.
he's the only one hanging out downstairs with 0.
Sorry.
Well, look, we need to sleep, okay?
I'm gonna sleep on with my bedroll.
Look, we're getting naked and we're not doing around the robot.
Okay.
Around the
Well,
robot.
Clean and naked and completely unsexy times because we're covered in gore.
Gross.
What
I don't
does the
think-
actually, that's
robot
true.
care?
If there is a washing room or something, I will use that. I will leave 0 to use the washroom.
0 is still just sitting in the muck. He's cleaned off
Maybe
whatever might
here,
left
I'll
him,
bring you
but aside from that,
to bring you a towel.
There's like a kitchen area behind the bar that you could find like water in, like buckets. Going through your things, you find that anything taken from the house that was from the first 2 floors, because I know a bunch of you said you were like taking stuff. It's all either rusted and falling apart, like books just kind of crumble in your hand, and but stuff
the
taken.
spell books.
Yes. No. Yes.
Spell books are crumpling.
The just the ones from the first 2 floors where everything was spelled to look good and clean.
Yeah, I
and
think the
taken
spell
care
book
of.
was from the 3rd floor.
Okay, so
What about the toy soldiers and stuff?
they're fine. They're from the upper floors.
All right.
So like
Oh,
stuff
the
from
jewelry box.
yeah, stuff from the jewelry box is fine. Stuff from the basement that you got was fine. But yeah, the first 2 floors, like you had the shield and sword, they're all rusted out now. If you took like silverware or anything, that's all tarnished and horrible. Books and stuff are crumbling. But
That's too bad.
but stuff from the upper floors that were already like actually looking horrible, they're in the same condition you found them in.
Ah.
Cool. During the rest, 0 only needs 6 hours of rest, so he's going to spend 2 of the hours while the rest are sleeping working on the arm shield compartment.
I want one of you in the first floor to roll a d8.
I'll do it. 2.
Throughout the night, like you hear, like all of you could hear, like you'll hear the wolves, you hear, it sounds like a lot of growling and barking and like fighting. It just a lot of cacophony coming from the south. But nothing seems to follow you into this. Nothing tries to break its way in.
Oh, small favors.
You may, like, you may hear, like, the ones on the first floor, you may hear, like, wolves passing by the door in the windows. I mean, they're huge. Like, you cannot miss these particular wolves. But, in, like, shadows moving around.
Would you say we'd be in dire consequence if we fought them?
Yeah.
I'll bet.
Ha ha
But,
ha.
So,
So, dawn starts rolling around. The cacophony is quieting. Someone, a human guy, comes into the this area. He like comes through the door down here. Like he wasn't in the kitchen when you were there, but he's like coming in through that way, and he goes behind the bar and starts setting up glasses and just.
It's kind of weird.
Just
Hello, I am Zero. Since I'm always awake, so I just kind of watch him come in.
He's like
in a totally non-creepy way.
He still does the Baymax wave. The hello, I am Zero.
he's like this just like pudgy little guy, and he seems what's the word I'm looking for? Vacant is not what I'm looking for, but like he just seems very
laconic.
Yeah, like he looks at you but doesn't really look at you and doesn't really respond. He'll just like nod his head to acknowledge you exist, but doesn't seem inclined to really like interact. And he goes to the like glasses he sets up along the back of the bar, like waiting for people to come and order booze. Like, yes, in the morning. And he starts like just cleaning them. They seem clean, but he'll start on one end and just pick one up and start cleaning it. And that's what he does. He doesn't seem like I said, like he acknowledges your existence, but he doesn't seem like to have much emotion for you sleeping on the inn tavern floor or the table or wherever you put yourself.
Yeah, but, Yohi, where did you sleep?
On under.
Yeah, I mean,
there's plenty of perfectly nice tables down there.
Like Zero's just standing in front of the door.
If Zero's gonna be near the door, I guess should be like maybe here, nearby, but not too nearby.
Honestly, in this town, I'm not going to judge people for day drinking.
All right, so at some point you guys come downstairs.
Yes.
I assume.
Fairly early, like the three women come down again, and they're going to like take places over at this table over here. But first, she's going to walk up to Zero, look up and be like, "Move, please,"
Oh yeah,
and then smile.
Well, just
with hard eyes, but then she'll go over and she'll unlock the door again and then go and sit with her sisters.
Yeah, by the way, Zero looks a bit different this morning with his new armor. It looks a bit more reinforced. His gauntlets are... You kind of see electricity kind of thrumming through them a little bit.
Did you do that last
looks like he He looks like he got a bit of an upgrade.
yeah.
Yes.
I feel oddly refreshed to this morning too.
Oh, I think I might have, I think I finally figured some stuff out. I've been thinking about learning, and I think I might, figure it out.
So when Charity comes down, she's holding like a big scroll. It's some kind of like parchment made from the skin you don't recognize. The scroll bars seem to be whalebone, maybe. It's hard to say. But probably most notable, it seems to be slightly damp and dripping everywhere, and it smells strongly of salt water. And she's just like cradling it in her arms, like it's a baby,
It's a baby that's less of an abomination than the old one.
They're kind of looking at it and just
she
like...
did not have this scroll.
I mean...
this night. But she's
What did you make that thing out of?
I'm
saying that out of character.
Bath, okay.
In a dream. Charity
like
says,
a bathtub.
Charity says this very proudly. It came to me in a dream. From my patron.
Smells like the ocean.
Smells really nice, actually. I kind of like it.
Neat.
I don't know very much about my patron, but my patron is ocean related.
Gilly's kind of like, but
I'm sure.
she
I'm
won't.
Sure
She
it's
won't say
nothing to
anything.
worry about.
Yeah, it's fine.
Maybe.
I'm sure it's fine. It's totally fine.
This just happened.
Perhaps it is a
trust Charity.
kraken.
I trust Charity's and her patron.
Well, at least Charity.
At least Charity.
Like while you're talking, the bartender like heads in the back, and eventually he comes out and he brings out like bowls of food for the three women, and then goes back to cleaning the cups behind
Glasses?
the bar. Yeah.
We should order breakfast.
Yes.
Are we
And
able
that's
to
your
order some food?
Can
You
I
may go
make
ahead.
a perception or an insight check, whichever it would be, on the bartender? Is he magically ensorcelled?
You can roll an insight, but that's not really gonna give you that answer.
No, it is not. Nope, he seems fine.
Does Yolhi ask the rest of us if?
No,
Okay.
she'd
Okay.
keep it to herself, probably. Sorry.
No worries.
I
He
just figure-
seems what's the I don't know what the word to say is,
Dead inside.
like slow-witted, dim-witted,
Sluggish.
Right.
like not
Not all. Not too bright.
he's not too bright, maybe not all there, but he does what he does,
Mm-hmm. Well, let's get
He's
breakfast.
on autopilot.
essentially.
Breakfast, breakfast.
Please.
Yes.
Order breakfast.
Please.
Well, Val will go to the counter, and after studying the guy for a minute, just kind of jerk a thumb over her shoulder to the three sisters and tell him, how many? 5 bowls of what you gave them, please.
He kind of like looks over, and you could see him like mouthing like numbers as he's counting how many of you there are.
Oh my goodness.
The big one doesn't eat.
I'm sure he's trying.
And then he starts
Don't be
over
rude.
counting, like avoiding 0 as he's counting.
Oh no.
Poor
And,
guy.
that will be 5 silver.
So it's over a piece.
Okay. Do we have money?
I have money.
I have money.
I
have money.
Mira will take care of it.
Okay.
Mira will
Oh,
take
thank
care of
you,
the
Mira.
5 silver.
Oh,
Thank you.
She'll make it 10 silver and keep the change.
Aw.
You just don't want
He
to break
kind of
it.
like looks at it like and like counts it.
Does not compute. Beep boop.
Mira, like, it seems like when you're looking at him that he's missing a kind of light in his eyes that people generally have.
Oh no. Poor soul.
This town happened to him.
This town is terrible.
Not happened to a lot of people.
These women are terrible.
Only he.
You're
It's
not
like
starting
a-
fights this early in the morning.
It's too early to be a bitch.
It's never too early to be a bitch. Oh, well, now I know what her slogan t-shirt will say.
It's
It's
never,
never
too
too
early
to be a bitch.
Love it.
Oh my goodness.
So he'll go back and he'll come out and he'll put down a bowl of oatmeal-esque grits, sort of, maybe, looking very bland.
Right now, okay?
But
What is the quality of the food?
not very good.
Oh.
Is it
Disappointing.
edible?
It's edible. Like, it's definitely edible. It's not gonna poison you. It will feed you, but
That is literally all Vel cares about.
it's
1 star.
Yeah.
Terrible service. Sorry, I'll stop.
You would like to speak with the manager.
No, I don't think she wants to speak with any manager here.
Thanks, Karen.
How dare you?
But yes, he'll hand you these bowls. They're not particularly well made. It's not like the quality of the actual foodstuffs isn't great. But it is the same thing that they're eating. So like
Okay.
they're like not giving you extra shitty, food.
Well, as long as it keeps body and soul together.
Exactly. It will
It's
nourish
food.
us for the road ahead.
It keeps the organics functioning.
Vel is
Yeah.
happy to take her bowl.
Yeah, let's eat and plan our next move.
We need to figure out more about where the F we are.
I'd like to see if there is a store. There was a general store over on the
Across the street, yeah.
across
Yes,
the
we have
street.
items to sell.
Well, I have items to buy, and frankly, the person who has been most helpful is the priest. I think we should go visit him, and also possibly see what's going on regarding his son.
By the way, while they're all having breakfast, I'm going to use right tools for the job and just out of scraps and whatnot to just kind of create an alchemist kit.
Okay. You kind of finagle.
I used the empty bottle that I drank from the night before that I just stored in my gut.
Vel finishes off about a third of her bowl and then just gives the rest to Puppy.
He like sniffs at it and kind of looks up at you like, "Arr." But he will like eventually like lick at it.
I know it's not gourmet, but it's food. Come on.
Stubborn pupper.
He eats it a little bit. You get the feeling like he hasn't eaten much of anything in who knows how long. So it's almost like he's not sure what
to do with the food. Someday we're gonna find out how he survived 20 years.
I'm telling you.
But it is not this day.
I love that you can just create tools from nothing. That is a thing. That is that is shenanigans.
Yeah, it is. I'm just gonna, for the sake of matter, I'm gonna say during the night he destroyed the windmill shield and sword to get the material components to create this using the glass of the bottle that he drank the night before for the alchemist kit.
Sounds reasonable to me.
And there's totally less glasses in the bar than there were the night before.
They better not be able to pin that on you because we don't need that much more ill will from them.
I don't have fingerprints. They can trace it. Though he will actually, while you're also eating, he's just going to approach the other table.
Oh dear.
Hello, Mira opens her mouth as though she wants to say something and stops.
Zero's a big warforged.
He does his Baymax waves and hello. Where is the general store? Or the blacksmith? Or the apothecary?
We don't have a apothecary anymore, and then we don't have a blacksmith anymore, but there is a store. Just head north a little bit.
Thank you very much. Do you know
Actually,
the
excuse me.
location of their stores? Where the other two used to live?
Hello?
Hello?
What?
Hello?
Sorry, my
Please
Hello?
stand by for technical difficulties.
It's one of those days.
Uh-oh, Athea's just gone.
No.
Oh dear.
hello?
Mike doesn't want a mic.
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
So,
Now
I
we
can
Yes.
hear you.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
also an important
Yes.
question.
Okay.
That is good.
Hold on. Okay. So, because I was saying, I looked at the looked at the map wrong. The general store is to the south, like right across the road.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
yes, she said that they haven't had any other stores in quite a while.
Yeah, he had asked where their stores had been in the past.
AK,
Yeah,
can I just use their equipment if they're still there?
Basically.
She shrugs. This is the main road. Just look for signs. They're probably still there.
Thank you very much.
And
We appreciate you letting us stay the night.
Very
Yes,
much.
Thank you.
I mean, we paid a fair price for those rooms.
We paid more than a fair price.
Gold ring.
if you're not back by dark again, we're not letting you in.
Fair.
All right.
We have our own
We will
house we can
remember.
stay in.
But you are
We
noticing that
don't-
there is no one else has come downstairs.
Oh, so they're not even full.
No, I didn't think they were. It's
No
fine.
one's visiting. No one comes here.
Now we know, and we will be here before dark.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what's going on?
I don't think they're interested in talking to us anymore. We
Doesn't
wouldn't want to
hurt to
bother
ask.
them further.
Gillihy holding a grudge. Wow.
And
Really is
the
just-
question, like, the older one that seems in charge kind of gives a look over to
Patience.
Vel. Like,
So.
if you know Stanimir, then you probably know what's going on here.
I was told the town was cursed.
There's where you're wrong. This is the town of Barovia, in the country of Barovia. It is all cursed.
Hmm.
What does that even mean?
Bad stuff happens here.
Have I heard of any kind of curse that is that large?
Could roll
Yeah.
an Arcana.
Yes, I want to see if I've heard about a curse like this. Wow.
Jesus. I
Wow.
thought I was good at this.
But like you've not heard of it. Mirren, like not to the degree where like a whole country would be cursed. I mean, obviously you guys don't really know the details of what the curse is exactly. Vel may know more, but she hasn't really talked about it. But since she obviously had met somebody that this person knows.
I got one more question I need to ask, but after you finish.
Okay, but like there are curses that can affect like even like lycanthropy is a curse that is passed from people to people, from person to person. Like, you could think of it in that way, yes, if it got out of hand, like it could. But obviously, considering like the house you've run into, the way the church is completely destroyed, like there's more going on here than just like a lycanthropy curse. Though that does seem to be the big issue. So as far as you could tell, like, yes, a whole country can be overrun by lycanthropy, and that would be a curse that like could get that big. But you've never heard of this place, and you've never heard of that ever happening.
It's
I'm gonna-
possible, but you know.
I'm gonna turn to the ladies. What year is it?
I believe at one point I told you the year was the same.
Oh,
Or at
like
least
the same.
time, sort of. Like, for Vel, it's kind of
Wonky.
Yeah, Belle was in a rock, so.
but there was I forget what you found. It was like something that had a date on it, and it was, as far as you could tell, the same or very close to the year that you came from.
Oh, okay, never mind that.
Arrived here, Stanimir asked me and my people to meet with Madame Eva and get more information from her. We did not get the chance to before my people were killed. Is she still here?
Madame Eva is always here. Just take the road out of the town and you'll find her.
Hmm.
Tell her
Just
we
gonna turn
said
to them.
hi.
I get that.
We will. Absolutely.
I'm going to ask again.
Hi, Zoe.
What?
Sorry.
What? All good. What are some of the neighboring countries to Barovia?
The three of them laugh. And they don't say anything.
Be considered ominous or not.
I guess they're not very well educated.
0.
0.
That wasn't that kind of laugh. Sorry.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Thank you very much for your hospitality.
Those are the stairs.
Please come again.
Because I think we're their only.
Yeah, right.
customers.
Yeah, right.
We just got to remember to come back before nightfall this time.
Yes.
I'd rather sleep in the
Werewolf
creepy
still
house.
We can be.
I agree with Yolahi.
Yeah, but this
That
place
is
has
happening much more frequently.
Well, we could actually, make the bottom floors nice. We could just throw all the old stuff somewhere and throw them in another abandoned
I mean,
house and then come
we
back.
exorcised the demon, basically, right?
Yeah.
It is our house.
In the middle of our street.
It's actually at the very end of the street.
At the very end of our street.
Yolahi multiclassed into rogue during that. Or not rogue, into bard.
Bard.
Technically, my character can actually perform. She is not, though.
So we had to. They described it as just on the other side of the hall.
Like right here. It's literally, it's literally right here.
Yes, I was going for the more in character.
Yeah, they described it as like just across the street.
So we would start heading over to this building because that is across the street from, to his mind.
0, no. There's this building that has a sign that says General Store right there.
Bildrat's Mercantile.
That one.
That's a nice name.
Close enough.
We'll find
I'm
it.
liking these names of these establishments. I really am.
Heading right over. Before he goes in, he's going to reach into his bag and pull out the leather armor. Before I sell this, does anybody else want it?
Wait, what?
We pulled this off of a corpse. It
Sorry,
was
what
in
is
a
it?
hidden
What is it?
room. Leather armor.
Oh.
Oh,
No.
no armor for
Regular leather armor.
Can I even wear leather armor? What do I have for my armor?
Or medium armor.
If I wear with armor, it's gonna fuck with my AC.
Yeah, I have chainmail, so I'm fine.
I also have chainmail.
What kind
I
of
would
armor?
like some chainmail.
Is it light or medium, or what is it?
It's light. Leather
Well-
armor is light. It's 11 plus your dex.
Oh, I already have leather armor, so never mind.
Yeah,
But-
I think at this point everyone's gonna
Okay.
have.
That Charity will take the leather armor if it looks more goth and cool than her current armor.
There was
Someone
a dead
died
guy
in
in
it.
it.
Someone did die in it.
What's more
He was-
goth than that?
Style-wise, she'll change for the aesthetic. Otherwise, she'll.
All right.
So it
So he'll
doesn't look
take-
more goth.
Either way, there's a set of used armor to sell. So.
All right. He doesn't seem to really care either way. Whichever armor you hand back to him, he'll just go and head inside.
I'm gonna say she switched and now she's wearing like extra goth armor, which I will put in.
Cool.
So this establishment is pretty much a general store. It's not stocked very well. It does have like the standard things you can find in a general store. It's just it seems sparse. And there's a man standing in the back of the main shop, and he's stocking some things, straightening some things. Seems unsurprisingly kind of like grumpy and greasy and just like there. But he sees
Hello,
you.
I am Zero.
He puts on a smile when he sees someone like walk in. He's like, morning, you're here early and
Good morning.
kind of like his
Zero.
eyebrows fit, and like there's like a moment of like sheer like WTF that crosses his face, and then like I guess good morning. What could I do to help you guys?
Do we need anything?
My accents are failing me today.
All
good.
good.
It's more like what?
I would like to, in particular, purchase a med kit if you have one.
Right. And he goes and a med kit
And
is
I'm-
essentially like a bunch of stuff, like
Right,
put
like a
together.
healer's kit.
Yeah, but essentially it's like a bunch of different things that's put together, and so like
And how much
for
money?
wounds or for being sick.
Both, actually. If you have it.
Just wondering if in particular. Hold on.
So like the healer's kit. Let me find my player's handbook. Here we
Let's
go.
just forgo medicine check to stabilize somebody when they're unconscious.
Yeah, I
Or-
feel like that would be
yeah.
useful for us.
Yeah.
So
Considering our
he
current
kind of starts picking some up and starts putting
5
together.
gold. Okay.
He's gonna say 50 gold.
Whoa.
Excuse.
Supply and demand.
I beg your pardon.
50 gold.
I'm assuming you don't get a whole lot of
He shrugs.
business around here. Hmm?
Price is the price. If you want it badly enough, you'll pay for it.
I mean, not if we don't have that money.
Yeah.
And he shrugs and starts putting things back.
Good day,
Oh,
sir.
boy.
She'll leave.
Oh,
I have things to sell.
Oh,
Do you
then
purchase
I'm gonna stay and watch this.
oh yes, I want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yoli's getting out of here. Yoli is done with this.
Poor Yoli.
What things do you have to sell?
He's gonna drop the leather armor. Still, like Charity was just wearing it, right? Oh, he's just dropping this.
Warlock bath armor. Warlock bath water.
Basically. Yeah, he's just gonna drop the leather armor onto the table in front of him.
So it's soggy.
Didn't think it was soggy.
An effort was made to clean it.
It's slightly sweaty.
Precipitation, so we did eventually.
Okay,
clean
it's just got a little bit of sweat and stuff.
But we have precipitation now. We
And
cleaned it.
Zero would have mended any of imperfections in it.
Yeah, but he kind of looks it over and shrugs. It's like, could offer you gold for it.
People here are kind of stingy, aren't they?
I do have to sell it. And who's gonna buy it?
People who want to live in this cursed land. 2 gold.
Oh my god. This is why I'm watching it.
Roll persuasion.
Can I help? I don't know how.
You want to give me guidance?
I'm not giving you guidance.
I can't.
Fair enough.
Mira's having none of this shit.
No, she's just in the back. She's not interfering, but she's shaking her head.
And he kind of like grumbles. And he's like, fine. And you'll get 2 gold.
He'll also pull out the jewelry box and open it up with all the shinies in it.
That is now.
What am I gonna do with that?
He'll just kind of shrug.
Sell it
Are
to
you
the
not
people
a
that live here.
Isn't it not your job to
Have you seen this place?
activity?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Kinda. Yeah.
Yes.
Fair enough. And he'll close it and just put it back in his chest compartment.
It's okay, Zero. You'll find it somewhere else who appreciates your hard work.
He just kind of shrugs. This is fine.
That's the spirit,
Not-
Zero.
Still not used to selling to people. More used to just taking what's left.
After everyone's dead, I assume.
Most commonly.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
All right. Well,
are there any books in the general store?
Not really. There's
Okay.
just like
Yeah, I didn't think there would be.
it's there's food, the occasional canned item which you guys haven't seen before really. You just kind of see like metal cylinders on a shelf.
food in cans.
I
Amazing.
took these immediately.
We need to buy the food in cans and try it. This is
We
important.
need to buy food in general to feed
I
us
mean-
and the dog.
Yeah, what else would be good? We need some rations and let's get some canned food and we will.
I just realized
I do have 16 days worth of rations, which we probably ate a little bit of, so let's put it down to 14 days maybe.
Yeah.
I got 10 days left.
He's selling everything at like an exorbitant markup.
Oh.
I'm trying to see. So Charity has a new cantrip, which like lets her get advantage on charisma checks.
Oh, friends! I love this cantrip.
Yes, she has friends. So, but I can't decide how she would like approach it. Hard. Anyway. I'm trying to think of how she would try and persuade him to give us like normal prices.
I mean, obviously nobody else is gonna buy anything here, so he
That
needs to
is
make money
true.
somehow, even if it's just a
Okay.
little bit.
Charity's gonna like so once they've gathered all of the like the rations and stuff that they want, Charity's gonna come up to him and like just hold it out and like, how much for this?
So, you just got like food rations.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna get rations.
Your standard.
Yeah, just like a standard bunch of hardtack
Novelty canned food items.
novelty canned food items, jerky.
Rations. Silver pieces.
So how
Yeah,
much is all of it?
it's gonna be. So 1 a day rations are 5 silver pieces. He's. I can't math in my head, so it's probably going to be upwards of like a couple gold for like the normal.
The normal price.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like a couple
So it'd
gold
be
for
like 5 gold.
5 gold
Yeah.
for these rations. But then what would the normal price be? Like
5 silver pieces.
5 silver pieces. Okay. So Cherry's gonna just sort of like nod, hearing this rip-off price. Be like, come now, sir. I'm sure we can come to an agreement. Let me ask you, if really you would agree that a certain yet smaller number of money is better than a hypothetical yet larger amount of money. And she's gonna cast Friends and Persuasion. See, how do I cast
He gets
Friends?
a will save, right?
I'm printing it out right now.
Uh,
No, I don't think he gets a save.
Duration, you have advantages and
He just has 1 minute where I have advantage charisma checks.
Okay, so advantage.
Yeah, I just get advantage on this.
You got.
I wouldn't even like to cast guidance. I mean,
Sure, I cast guidance.
today, I feel like I could use every bit of help I get. She's not gonna tell people she's gonna do
Mira
something.
would like to try the canned food. Mira cast guidance.
Okay.
I regret to die.
Okay, let's see. My luck will finally turn today. Okay. 15.
He kind of seems like he's softening up a bit, but then shakes his head. He's like, I know you types. You can afford it.
We absolutely cannot.
Yeah, we actually don't have that much money.
Like, she's just sort of gesturing at them, and they're all beat up with like their cheap armor. It's like, do we look like we're wealthy? No, sir. We have merely just begun on the adventurer's path. I promise you, our funds are very low, especially
Right now.
going all the way.
He's like, he kind of like clears his throat a bit. He's like, you have armor, you have weapons, you have a fancy dripping scroll. Nobody here
I
has
have this
any of
fancy
that.
dripping scroll because of magic.
People here don't have magic. They don't even have hope.
You too can sell your soul for a fancy dripping scroll.
Hi, Zoe. Hi. Are you being ignored? I'm sorry.
By the way, Friends lasts for 1 minute, so I don't know how long.
So,
I mean, I go back to your point. Either you get
so like
no money.
when the spell
like-
like fades. He's kind of like, it's like, get your magic out of my shop. If you want it, you pay for it. If not, then get out.
I was offering to pay for it. Just okay, well.
Thank you for your time. Let's go.
Yep.
Charity just kind of shrugs, like it was worth a shot, and then skedaddles out the door.
Okay, Charity's gone. Belle's gonna walk up to the counter and slam 5 gold down and start gathering up all the food. That is half of my savings right there, okay?
And he'll take it and be like, enjoy.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Do any of us know how to open cans? Can opener been invented?
I have a sickle. I could probably cut the top off.
I'm sure we have tools that will open up a can.
No. I listened to a podcast. They did not invent the can opener until quite some time after cans had been invented. So
I mean, you just use a knife to cut them open, don't you?
You use a knife.
Knife or a rock. Or zero.
Or zero.
Zero, you can make a can opener. Okay.
Zero could probably, like, invent the can opener. He's
True.
the artificer.
Well, it was worth a shot. Charity's gonna go find wherever Yoli dropped off.
Yes, supposedly.
So who's gonna help me carry the food? Exactly.
I will help you carry the food, I guess. How much food did you get?
That is a good question.
So where are you guys all headed? I see Yoli. Well, the party is
way
supposed
ahead of
to
us.
be. The party is supposed to be here, so I'm not sure what Yoli is doing.
I know. I pulled myself out because I knew I was going to be somewhere separate.
Come back.
Come back. Well, Charity.
Just like,
You don't
angry.
split the
Just a
party.
second, guys. Zoe, what are you crying about?
oh, the cat needs something. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to grab some mango. I'll be right back.
My cat needs a shot, so while you guys are all doing this, I'm gonna go do that.
Okay, so we could take a couple-minute break.
Sure. Let's do that.
Sorry, it was really, really, really important that I give Zoe treats.
That's okay. I think we decided to just take a quick break for everybody.
Okay. I mean, it is 11 o'clock.
Yeah, that is true. It is. It is.
I don't know
late.
when we want to stop.
One of my snails has found. I put a blanched carrot in their tank, and
Mhm.
one of the snails has finally found it, and they are attached to it now.
Eating the carrot.
Yes. This may be the first one I've ever had carrot, so we'll see how they go. The shrimp like it too. The other snail is very slowly. These are the nearite snails, so the big ones are really slowly going towards it. Over, I think, I can't remember what it's called. My brain just totally forgot the word.
Okay, if you hear weird noises, that's just Simba.
Yeah.
Stop.
The other one's going over the crusty crab towards the carrot. Because for some reason they really love the crusty crab. They just like to go over it.
Well, who doesn't love the Krusty Krab?
That's true. There's a plant growing in the middle of it, which is weird because there's no light there, and yet the plant is growing in the middle of it.
It has goals.
Yes, it's a baby plant.
God, I did get it on my shirt.
What?
Oh, his pen dribbled. My shirt
Oh,
smells
no.
like insulin.
Oh no. What does insulin even smell like?
I was gonna ask. That's not a thing I know the smell of.
It smells weirdly sweet. I don't like it.
Okay, that's what I would think. Hi, fish. Oh, why are you excited? Hello. You're a good girl. Yeah. She has not murdered today. What?
Is that usually a concern?
She has little bladder snails in her tank that came on her duckweed.
Oh.
And she helps control the population by consuming them.
She is a mighty hunter.
She is so proud of herself whenever she murders, too.
I guess it's kind of needed, because I heard snails could totally take over tanks, can't they?
They can. You should see my snail tank. Which it mostly exists to see how badly they can take over it. And the answer is very.
Yeesh.
I have, like, probably getting close to, like, 60 snails in there now.
Jesus Christ.
This is why many things like to eat snails.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you sniffing me?
Because you smell like insulin.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Hold on, I'll take a current picture of my tank. That snail's it.
Curious.
Do we have everyone back?
I don't know.
I think the only one we haven't heard from yet is Zero.
Is there a Molly?
Hi.
Hi.
There is a Molly.
We're
Yeah,
just
Molly's here.
waiting for Connor then.
Yep.
Typing.
Okay.
Everyone's mic is failing them today.
Welcome back, I think.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Oh, God.
Ish.
Sort of.
Hello?
Kinda.
Hello.
There you go.
Okay, like I've been talking this whole time, but I guess I just didn't cue in that I wasn't being heard.
Oh.
What have you been saying?
Honestly, nothing important.
Aw.
Okay. I think that's everybody then.
I think so. I think we're all back now.
Cool, cool, cool.
Ready to sally forth.
So you are exiting the shop, the mercantile, and things did not go terribly well. I mean, considering your recent interactions, it hasn't been the worst so far, I don't think. No one shot at you or tried to cause you bodily harm this time.
I
This
made
time?
money.
You made 2 old gold.
And I
That's
spent
2 gold I
5.
didn't have.
All right, I am back.
Welcome
Hello.
back.
I'll come back.
So, see Vel hobbling out of the shop
Loaded down
with
with food in her arms.
arms full of cans.
Yeah,
A very
Zero's with Yolahi, by the way. I guess that didn't go over before, but as soon as he made his sale, he would have left and followed Yolahi.
Okay.
Thank you, Zero.
Well, Charity will help Val when she sees Val coming out loaded down because she was waiting just outside. So she'll help. She'll come over to help
For a
take.
lot of cans.
you,
And they're probably a little heavier than expected.
yeah, cans are a bit heavier than like jerky and hardtack, of which you have some of that as well, but you did get the novel canned food just to experience it at least once.
Charity's very excited by the novelty of canned food.
People are starting to come out of their houses. Like, there aren't many. It's daylight is well up before you start seeing more than like a handful of people going about their business. Most of you, especially Mira and Vel, but most of you could tell like these people are very downtrodden. They don't seem to have like a lot of hope. They're afraid. Mira, like, you're noticing like the more people that you like see, there's a lot of them, like almost like a disturbing number of them that seem to be lacking that spark in their eye.
Oh
Same
no.
as the bartender. There's just something missing.
Quick thing. I guess I didn't say this before because my mic fucked up. Would Zero have seen like canned food before?
Nope.
Given the technological place he came from.
Unlikely.
All right, cool. Just wanted to double check.
I mean, you may have like the beginnings of that as an idea, but not like a widespread concept. Because there's like more to actually canning food than just like putting stuff in a can.
Yeah.
What else is there any other buildings of note in the city?
Not really.
Like,
there seem to be
is there like a big one? There's like a big one down here.
If you just like looking around, at least in the area you're in, it's just like there are bigger houses. The bigger houses some people live in, but you're like seeing like the smaller ones, like this size ones. Like the smaller ones are almost entirely abandoned. There are a lot of like houses that just don't seem to have people in them anymore. They're becoming like uncared for. No one's moved in, like no one's taken up residence in these. They're just left to rot.
Any of those abandoned stores that the owners of the inn had mentioned?
Likely. They would be in this like main area, like because this is like town square, so like you would see most of like the shops and stuff here, and they're not in any useful condition.
Zero would still look around for an alchemist and blacksmiths. See if there's anything useful left behind in either of those two places.
Alchemists, nothing really. There's like some shattered glass, like whatever was in there. Like it definitely looks like it went through hell and was destroyed purposefully. The blacksmith shop is still there. Like you there are no ingots. There are no like the anvil's still there and some tools, but there's nothing that'll help you like with like what you're trying to do and what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Well, at least there's an anvil.
You have to
I
carry
don't
that.
have the strength to carry the 200 pounds. If everyone's okay with waiting around an hour, he would like to make some more silver bullets with the other ingot he was given before they left.
I'm sure we can wait. I mean, I
Or
think
we need to make sure that we don't let anyone in to see us.
Well, it's not like we're stealing.
Yes, but silver. People might notice that.
they might not want us to like, fight and anger.
I
Whatever.
think we should go talk to the priest and find out more about this place before
That might
we
be a
do
good
too much
idea.
more stuff.
I think we can spare an hour for Zero to make more bullets. That seems like a good investment.
I agree.
Are there other metals in here?
No, like anything
Available?
of any import seems to have been taken.
Okay.
Like I said, like there's like you could get the forge going and there's an anvil, but most of the tools are like either rusted or gone.
I have my own tools.
Yeah.
So is everyone okay with me taking an hour to make some more bullets?
Yeah. Yeah, Charity's fine with that. She'll read her dripping scroll. Kind of probe the mysteries of the universe for a while.
Seeing that you actually have a magic book, Zero would hand over the 2 spell books that they had found before in case you could actually use them somehow.
Oh, okay. Charity will read those instead.
Let me look up what spells were in that. Because you found the one spell book that actually had spells in it.
Whoa.
The other ones were just like empty books that you could use. Like they're expensive enough and good enough quality that they can be used as spell books. They would, Charity would know these things are like 25 gold each, like kind of expensive.
I've probably never been able to afford one in my life.
Oh,
Now
well,
you
he'll
have
keep those 2. But
Phil's
he'll give them one
going
that
to
actually
while
has
she reads
spells.
those because she's super curious about magic, honestly.
So those are so those ones are empty, but there's the one that had the yellow cover that you found. I'm looking up what spells.
Yellow
Here we
cover
go.
spell book.
Let me drop these in your Come on, scroll please. There.
Okay, so I have a quick question.
Yes.
So can I learn these, or how does having?
Oh God! Hold on a second. Hold on. I have to. Yeah, I will explain in a minute.
Okay.
Oh God!
So
what are you doing?
If they are
why?
What's the word I'm looking for? Ritual spells, you can put them in your spell book, which I don't think any of these are ritual spells.
Okay.
But if they are also like mechanically, if they also count as warlock spells, then you can you could like learn from it, but
So would these spells be on top of the spell I have, or would I have to like swap out so I only have,
No, I think you can add those to the spells you already have.
Right. So like, would these be on top of the spells I already get from my?
Yes, like but you could still only cast X amount.
Like I
I'll
still
have
have.
to double check how it would take, cause like you can't. I don't think you could use the spell book like a wizard uses a spell book, but
Oh.
I know that you can learn the spells, cause like warlocks are cheaters, you know,
Mhm.
like they don't prepare spells the same way. But
My patron just beams them right into my brain.
yes,
Yes.
and you always
Okay,
cast
well
them.
we can just kind of put a pin in that until next time and just say that Charity
Yeah,
is like
I'll have to double look that up because I'm not actually sure about the crossover that way.
okay. Well, we can just say that Charity's just avidly reading this creepy yellow book.
Cause yes, but if you do like in the future come across like ritual spells, you can put them in your scroll book, your leaky scroll book. But I mean you'd still have
Oh,
to pay for the ink to do so, but I'm not sure about learning other wizard stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. The reason
Offhand.
why I freaked out is because I have the carrot, and the snails actually have the bigger ones have a lot of strength. So I started lifting the carrot up, and then one of the shrimp went underneath. And I was waiting for
And
that.
the
Like
snail said, "There can only be one," and dropped it.
Well, I just made the shrimp move ahead of time and knocked the food back down. Unfortunately, it seems to be repeating.
That's very weird.
I think what you were thinking is a mix of the Pact of the Tome as well as the Ritual Caster feat.
No, cause my warlock it may have been a Raven Queen thing, I don't know, but like the way I've played him from beginning, like he could as long as it's a ritual spell, it could go into the he does not have the ritual caster feat. It was something that was
Hmm.
we
It's
did.
a tome lock thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Book of Hidden Secrets.
I just posted the from
It may
D&D
be
Beyond
like
once
a
at the
higher
tome.
level version, like she may get that ability later on, but I know
Oh, an
like
invocation.
I don't even think it was an invocation. I don't remember. I've been playing Dawn so long, I don't remember where he got half the shit he got. Because he
Okay.
literally ended up with, like, practically every single ritual spell in D&D in that freaking book. So,
Fair enough.
up to level 5, because I think that's where he could cast up to. So,
That's okay. Well, we can figure that out
yes.
later.
Well,
Um,
that's another night's question.
Charity's just gonna be studying them
Still
avidly.
reading over her shoulder,
Zero's making his bullets.
not understanding any of it.
Clearly, like, kind of understands what she's seeing. But anyway, she's like, fascinating. You know, she makes all these scholar noises.
scholarly noises, we'll say that's the
Scholarly noises.
So, there's bustling about that's going on in that building that hasn't happened in who knows how long. And the door creaks open, and a young blonde fellow peeks his head in and looks around curiously. He's like, "Hello?"
Where is this again?
I'm Zero.
Oh,
He
yeah.
looks around at all of you and taking everything in, and especially like his gaze pauses on the tieflings a minute, and like his mouth just kind of drops open and then snaps shut, and he's like, "You're not from around here, are you?"
What gave us away?
Oh.
No, we are travelers in these parts.
And that seems to like perk him up a little bit, and like like you could tell that like he's like weapons and whatever that drippy scroll thing is, and not sure about the big armored thing, but okay. And he steps inside and he's like, I think I'm in desperate need of your help.
Oh.
Our help? May I ask your name first?
How old is this guy? Like, how young is young?
How much?
How much? He's like early to mid 20s, blonde hair. I have a photo. Hold on.
Ooh, photos are nice.
Hello. He's like,
Is Mark the Lester?
he's like,
He does not look young.
I'm guessing
he's younger.
Dress has aged him.
He's like, my name's Ismark. I'm the son of the Burgomeister, former
He's
Burgomeister.
dead.
Our condolences for his passing.
You've heard. Thank you. He did his very best for this town. But if you've been here for any length of time, I'm sure you're aware of at least some of our troubles.
You're in the cursed house.
I would be interested in hearing a little bit more if you wouldn't mind explaining.
He sighs and kind of looks around, and there's not really chairs, so he'll come over and.
No, she's probably just sitting on some boxes or
Yeah,
whatever.
just kind of.
I mean, she's a halfling. She can find a seat just about anywhere.
Yeah, probably.
And
Zero's still working on his bullets while listening to all this.
Yeah.
Listening, she's no longer reading.
It all revolves around my sister. Irina, she has caught the attention of our Lord Strahd.
We got wine from him.
Creepy wine.
I'm somehow not surprised, but
Is wine or that the wine is creepy?
both.
I'm sorry, what was her name again?
Irina.
Irina.
Dun dun dun.
And by caught the attention, you mean?
He wants her badly.
And could you tell me more about this Strahd? I'm afraid I haven't heard about him other than the bottle of wine that he's left.
He is the lord of our land.
Barovia.
Yes. He rules over all of us here, and has for as long as anyone could remember. Hundreds and hundreds of years.
So you are saying he's not human?
Legends say he was once. And he shakes his head. I didn't know a great deal myself for most of my life until the past year or so. Things were all right. This town was never terribly prosperous, but we were living. We were taking care of ourselves. Strahd kept to his castle. We didn't hear from him. But I don't know how he heard of her or found out about her, but he seems to think that she belongs to him. and he's been trying to take her. Our father passed trying to protect her.
I see.
Oh.
She's, as far as we know, she's like you. She came from somewhere else when she was a child. And she's been part of our family ever since then. And what I'm hoping to do after we bury our father is to take her to the town of Alaki. It is way far more protected than we are here. I want to put her in a safer place.
You're not protected at all here. Wolves run your streets at night.
I would like to hear a little bit
I-
more about this wolf problem that seems to be occurring as well, if you don't mind.
They belong to
We
him.
are, unfortunately, we have been here for a few days, but we are still somewhat in the dark.
They belong to him. They listen to whatever he wants. They're coming for her. We've been able to keep her safe in the mansion, but we can't do that forever.
So it sounds like this man doesn't particularly care if the people that he is supposed to be taking care of, his people, are actually taken care of in any way. He just wants what he wants.
Sounds like most lords I've met.
And
You can roll
if
an
she,
insight for that.
Oh.
If you want.
Insight.
Me, sure. Wow.
You know that, like,
I do have ear for deceit, if that helps.
what does that say? He's
If
not.
I'm trying to determine whether someone's lying,
He's
which
not,
I'm not really trying to do right now, I
He's
guess.
he's not lying.
Yeah.
I mean, I can definitely help. I've been training for battle my whole life, and one day I hope to put it into Strahd myself, if I can.
You do.
But right now we need to worry about her.
Can I do another insight check on him?
For what?
Or maybe this is a perception. I don't know. I mean, does he look like he's been training for battle? Does he? Is this like a delusion?
You could roll a perception.
Charity would like to check this too.
I would also
17.
too.
Whoa.
You would like to
Very
know
tall.
how much.
Roll when we were in the general store.
He's wearing he's wearing armor. It's been taken care of, but it's definitely old.
Well, sure.
His hands are calloused in all the right ways to say that he's been using a sword, or at least knows how to hold one, and has at least practiced with it.
Been attempting to practice.
He looks healthy. He does seem to have more life in him than a lot of people around here do.
Like someone who hasn't lost all hope.
Yes, like he has the spark in his eyes. He's livelier than a lot of the people that are just.
He still has a soul. No.
Well,
Not
you know, I mean, yeah.
Okay. So he's legit.
He will nod a little.
Charity respects wanting to protect your sibling.
Yes.
This place.
I had to do that.
This town, Alaki. Is this still within Barovia?
Yes.
What makes you think she'll be safer there then?
It's well fortified. They're stronger there. It's a larger town. They have protection.
Well, I'm willing to help.
As am I.
Yes.
We
How
got
much?
Nothing, we got nothing else to go for, and I'm all for.
Oh well, we
protecting
have other
Pepe.
things to go for, but I mean,
Well, all the other things we could be doing are kind of stymied. Unless you want to go dig the priest's son out of the basement. We could
do you
that.
know anything about the priest's son, Ismark?
I do, but it's not really my place.
He sounded like he was suffering last we were at the church.
He was screaming about how hungry he was.
I think what we would like to know is what danger he faces and from whom.
Mira is so diplomatic.
Doru, the boy? Or the
Yes.
priest?
Yeah, well, I mean, both of them, maybe.
Let's start with the son.
Roll a persuasion. Try to get him to talk. He seems tight-lipped on this particular...
Can I give her advantage?
Nope. Nope.
No advantage?
It don't even.
It didn't help.
It did not help.
Wow. Ooh, boy.
The charity.
Hot mama. Alrighty.
Guys, I'm so sorry. She's like, I'm so sorry. This is me. I'm so sorry. My friends are just not very.
So what is
They're not the best.
Mira?
Yeah. Well,
Look, Vel's mask doesn't lead her to look very persuasive, okay?
Fair enough.
So Mira, how does she go about trying to persuade him to speak?
We're strangers. We are strangers here.
Hmm.
And we want to do as much good as we can. But we need to know everything that's going on here if we're going to be able to help in the best way possible. Please, if
That's
you
actually
know
pretty
it.
persuasive.
I have my moments.
I would buy off on that.
Yeah.
He sighs and kind of like pinches the bridge of his nose. And Doru and some other villagers were, let's say, incited by a wizard that had come through. He came from Barovia, much like you did. I don't know from where.
You mean outside Barovia?
Yes.
Okay.
That he and Doru and others tried to storm the castle.
Oh no.
And as far as I can tell, the wizard is dead. The others are dead. He took Doru, Strahd, and turned him into something else.
Oh no.
oh, no.
Doru.
Something else.
We're supposed to leave that to the imagination, I believe. Doesn't.
Are there vampires where you're from?
Can I do Arcana to see if I know what a vampire is?
Are there vampires where I'm from?
Yeah, have we heard of vampires?
I like to think we would know what a vampire is.
You can
I
roll
mean, I thought
Arcana
it was
or
Vel
religion.
Vampire is.
what is.
We don't know what
Arcana
came-
or religion?
Oh my god!
I
Oh
have
my
neither
God.
of those.
What's a vampire? I don't know what it is.
Oh
What
Lord!
do you know about ketchup vampires, honey?
You mean like a bat? Like you're talking about like a bat? A vampire bat?
No, people with
Sometimes, occasionally, but
They are
Doru,
abominations that live off the life of others.
Which
that.
is
Strahd did something. He became enthralled with Strahd.
Oh
He went
boy.
to kill him, and as far as we could tell, now loves him desperately.
Oh no.
And he came back for his father. I don't know what he did, but he managed to get him into the basement, and that's where he's been, and he refuses to do what needs to be done. There's no helping him now.
Oh
I see.
no.
It's one of those things that people don't speak of.
Thank you for telling us. I think
Yes.
we did actually need to know that.
Yes, we did.
Would you like us to take care of him for you?
I don't think it's up to.
It's not our
Our-
place.
That's
If I
not up
may.
to us.
Ask another question.
All right.
If
How much will we get paid?
no,
not that question.
if
You're-
we assist you getting your sister out of here, what makes you think Strahd will not, I don't know, enact revenge upon this town?
If she's not here, he has no reason. That's not the sort of thing he does. He's likely to follow us or try, but as I
So
said,
he won't hold the town hostage or anything? That's
I mean,
not-
ideally, we would kill him.
right, but I just feel like we should understand the parameters of what he will and won't do to creepily steal this girl. So you don't think he'd like hold the town hostage? That's not the kind of thing he does. Hostage taking towns.
believe me, that's has crossed my mind many times. But chances are he's going to follow. He wants her above everything else.
Insight check.
Insight check.
How certain is he?
Wow.
He believes what he's saying, not 100%, but
He seems like he's given
like
it
it seems
some-
like he's given it enough thought, and this is what he's come to.
This is his best option.
Yes, this seems to be. He honestly believes this is like the best option. If she's not here, then the wolves will be elsewhere. But in Valaki, he believes the wolves can't get in.
Okay.
I know this is sudden and strange, but I heard people saying that strangers came, and I had to try.
She is your sister. Of course you had to.
She's the only family I have left.
He nods.
I will pay you. You can keep the mansion when we leave. But we just need to get there safely.
How far
Deal.
away?
It is written somewhere.
Actually, Yolahi, she'll get out her notebook and ask him to draw a map.
He will attempt.
Make an artistic check.
Yes, I'm going to roll a thing.
Roll an artist check.
It's not horrible. Let me take you to. It's enough that you could actually get sort of the idea. Where are you? There you are, players. Let's plop here. This is a big map.
Yes, it is.
You want to scroll all the way to the right and then down a bit.
Hold on a second.
All the way to the right and down.
And
Yep, there we are. Okay.
Oh, hey, it's
Alright.
us.
Where? I don't see us.
I just see
Here,
the
down here.
Oh, down there.
I am very wet now. Sorry. I was grabbing a snail and moving him.
snail.
A likely story.
let me see if they have this actually. Where's the
Oh
measuring
my
tool?
god. Is this like fog of war too, so we can't see where everything is? Or
Scroll
Just
down.
zoom out.
where are we?
Zoom out to like 30%.
All the way to the right.
So that tiny. Okay. I just thought that was like I was thinking that, but I didn't see our icon. So
By the way,
This
Zero, when he
does
had mentioned
have
that the
miles on it. So straight miles. It won't take. It'll take less than a day of travel.
is my mic not working again?
No, I
No,
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
working.
Oh, okay. I accidentally pulled the thing out and put it back in, so I was worried that it was broken.
Oops.
I
Yeah.
It's
am
good, though.
measuring how long it'll take you to get there by the road. I don't know if you
Oh,
can
good
see what I'm
lord.
doing or not.
That is
Oh,
the
yeah.
windiest road.
It is.
Oh my lord.
But yeah, it
By
should
the-
take. This is a bit off. I clicked the wrong thing. Oh well. It should take like a little under a day, like, cause like you could travel 30 miles on a horse, but depending on how you travel, but you should take at most like a day's travel along the road, like during the day.
If we move
If
at a
you
good
weren't
pace.
stopped by any ravenous wolves attempting to murder you.
If you're not caught by things, yeah. He draws basically like he'll kind of like make a circle, be like Village of Barovia, and then just road. It's not going to be as detailed in like windy as this. Like the way he draws it is probably more along the lines of if thing will let me, like kind of like just goes straight around like that. Like something like that, like not entirely. And then he'll draw the river.
Okay.
And then he's basically drawing like landmarks in roughly like the direction you'd be going. Here is the castle up on the
Where's
cliff.
Bone Crusher or Bone Grinder windmill?
Let me look that up real quick on this map. I'm sure it's on
Also,
this
when
map.
he mentioned that he was going to give us the deed to the mansion, he kind of turns to everyone, that'll be 2 properties. Can be
He's
So he
playing,
kind of
he's
like
playing Monopoly. Zero's playing Monopoly over here.
like he looks at like you mentioned the old bone grinder, and he kind of looks at you like, why would you?
He pulls
What?
out the deed to the house. You know, own the house at the end of the road. In there, they had a lot of stuff with the windmill on it. We also own that now as well.
I'm not sure finding a deed particularly. You know what? He just kind of like holds his hand up. He's like, the windmill is on the way.
Okay.
You can check out our property on the
But
way.
I would
Perfect.
prefer not to stop there.
Yeah, that's not
That's
stop.
That's fair. We don't need to
It's-
stop.
May I ask you something else? This is a map of Barovia. I'm not certain how we got here, to be frank. Is there... What are the surrounding countries? We asked this to somebody, and they refused to tell us?
I doubt it was a matter of refusal. It's more of a matter that they can't. There are no other countries. I can show you a better map if we head back to the mansion or manor. But
Yeah, when he said there aren't any other countries, Zero would start listing off a number of other countries that he passed through on the
Ismark
Swords Coast.
shakes his head. No,
Zero.
you don't understand.
Okay,
We are cursed. There is nothing beyond the borders of Barovia. Nothing but mist. Only the Vistani can pass through.
The
Who are
Vistani.
what the Vistani?
Who are they?
That's the dude, the dude, and the chicks with the colorful clothes. Is that them? Or am I misremembering?
Yes, they're very colorful. Most, if not all, belong to Strahd in some way. He's given them the ability to pass through to, I imagine, to find people like you.
The
What
wolves cannot
purpose?
pass through?
I don't know enough to honestly say. I wouldn't be surprised if they could. Only Strahd could let people through.
Very well.
Frowny face.
To what purpose would he want to bring outside individuals?
Good question.
To die.
Entertainment? I don't know. I'm sure he has his reasons, but I doubt any of them will make sense.
I have one final question. Do you know if there is a docent in anywhere around this area?
A what?
A docent.
A what?
He just keeps repeating it.
Like a museum guide? Like
I'm going to roll history to see if I can understand what it is.
roll for robot, please.
Roll for robot knowledge.
Do I understand the meaning, the docent that?
I would also like to roll for robot. Nope.
Roll for robot.
Or a
Roll.
member of some universities who is not a regular faculty member.
He teaches.
Sure. Charity, yeah, Charity's just gonna like sort of stage whisper. He's asking if there are any teachers around here.
That's a
That is
weird name
incorrect.
for a teacher. What? Can you define a docent? We have no idea what you're talking about.
It is a magical artifact containing some form of intelligence that is only compatible with Warforged.
Ah.
A magical teacher. Just for
Is
No.
is that what you are?
Yes, I am a Warforged. I am Zero. Hello. And he does the Baymax.
That's an unsettling name, but I've never seen or heard of anyone like you, so it could be possible. I don't know.
Look on the bright side. At least, he can't be, get his blood sucked out of him.
No,
Oh, I don't think
I
there's.
have no blood. And he opens up his stomach, showing that he doesn't have anything in there. Also, I'm completely immune to all diseases.
Zero, I don't think they have your special Warforged teacher. They barely seem to know what non-humans are.
The
It's true.
only people who are not human here are cursed.
You see?
Lycanthropes, undead.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. Charity's not bitter or anything.
Yeah.
No, okay, we're a little bitter about it, actually.
Well,
Phil's
frankly,
gonna put a hand on her shoulder. She's been there.
I would rather not stay here, and helping you seems like a good way to help us learn more about what might be going on in our village outside of the mists, possibly eventually getting enough information to escape. I would be willing. Do you have any sort of transportation, or will we be going on foot?
I do have a carriage and some horses. I could possibly find other horses.
Mm.
I don't know how many are actually still left in town that I don't own.
We also have to see it's going to be. They're going to be. The carriage might be too obvious. I mean, they're going to follow us, right?
I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know how sneaky we can be. I'm assuming not many people leave this place.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
I'm pretty
Speed
sure
might be more apt in this
Mhm.
situation.
well, to be
Why
honest,
do I have a ton of bruises on my leg?
I'm
The
not
heck?
built for speed.
No,
Was
you're
that
not.
Yola here,
No, no,
or
that's me. I'm sorry. Just have a bunch of bruises on my leg.
to be honest, Strahd
No worries.
probably knows we're here and is watching whatever we're doing. Otherwise, how could he have known to leave us the bottle of wine?
Certainly.
Yeah.
This is a good point.
Which is
knows.
why speed, probably.
Yeah.
Again, I'm
Subtlety
not
is not
built for
going to
speed.
be worth very much or very helpful.
Do you know how to ride a horse, Zero?
Do we really
No.
want to put him on a horse?
No, we don't. He's in the carriage. He's going in the carriage. I'm sorry.
I'm used to being
The-
transported
the-
by carriage.
That might be
Yeah.
easier on the horses.
Yeah.
Although I could modify myself to be built more for speed. I'm currently more built for defense currently.
Defense is good. You can kind of, be the last line in front of this sister that we have to keep safe.
Let's hope
Very
I
well.
never have to go that far.
I have a question. How many of us actually know how to ride?
That's a good
So
question.
I would assume that Yolahi, she's kind of a dandy. I would assume she has that. I don't know if halflings really ride horses a lot, but she's ridden stuff.
You
She
could
rides pony.
you could ride
Corgis, whatever.
you can there are riding dogs.
Mastiffs.
Perhaps not particularly in Barovia, but she could ride Sir Galahad.
Yes! Do it.
Okay, so I guess my question is, how about the rest of us? Because
I mean, Kellenvarites are known for traveling in order to help people and kill undead. I would kind of assume Vel knows.
There's a certain amount of education that comes with being raised in a temple. I feel like
So
Mira would know at least a little how to ride.
so it might be just Charity and Patience who can't ride.
I
Because I
mean,
feel
theoretically, like as
learn.
adventurers, there's going to be some assumed competence,
Okay.
but if you don't have like in situ, you're only really gonna need to like roll when riding a horse if you're trying to keep it from freaking out and like throwing you and running. Like
If you're
you know,
doing something really weird.
Yeah.
To be fair, like horses are trained to let you ride on them. It's not hard. You sit on a horse, and then it's like pull the reins this way or that way.
It just hurts.
It's very
Very
straightforward.
painful.
Yeah, it does hurt. It does hurt. It does hurt first time you get off.
Okay.
But it's pretty simple. And if you don't know what you're doing, the horse will know what it's doing.
am proficient with land vehicles, so I am able to ride or
You can
run
drive
a
the
carriage.
carriage.
That
I would rather you drive the carriage than ride on a horse.
The
Yes.
gnome
I
probably
would
want
break a horse in
the
half.
carriage too, you know.
Well, shall we meet your sister?
Yes.
Are you done with your smithing?
It's after midnight. I need to
Yeah, I
go.
was gonna
Yeah.
say
So we
could
could
we like end this here.
yeah, we
Yeah.
could pick this up next week.
Mhm.
He did say he
Sounds
needs
good.
to bury his father, but he's welcome to bring you back to the manor, and you can meet his sister. And
Well, can we just say that he finished crafting his bullets
yeah,
by this point?
that's fine.
All right. I got 37 silver bullets.
Nice.
Yay. Useful.
Victory.
No lycanthrope stopping us.
Eh, it's not like he's going to be really using it. He's got his thunder gauntlets now.
Well, I am going to end the stream here.
Okay.
Goodbye, future us, or anyone who stumbles upon these videos.
Goodbye, world!